Hey everyone, and welcome back to another amazing eShop deals video, where each and every week we go through the eShop and we pick out which are the best games to pick up that are currently on sale. Now, a quick reminder that I give every week, this is a weekly series, so you can always check out last week's video. Some of those deals are still running, as well as I do an under $5 video about midweek, so if you're looking for some of the greatest gems under $5, you can check that video out as well. Now, yet again this week, we've got a list of about 20 games, and I'm telling you, the list is yet again packed with great deals that we don't see all that often. And on top of it, almost half these games are at brand new low prices. Now, as usual, about halfway through the video, we'll be announcing this week's winner of the $5 eShop gift card. If you want to know how you can participate in that giveaway, all you need to do is check out the midweek under $5 video that I mentioned a little earlier. Now let's jump right into the deals. Just don't forget that if you do like the content, please hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Now, the first game on today's list is going to be Children of Morta, that is at a brand new low of 61% off for $8.57, and this deal is going to be running till October 28. Now, this game here is a roguelite dungeon crawler where you have the choice between 7 playable characters, all members of the same family. What this family all have in common is that they're tasked with basically saving their land from corruption. What is amazing here is the gameplay is very challenging, but at the same time, very addictive. It also offers an awesome local co-op mode, so if you want to take on this adventure with a friend, it is always available to you in this game. On top of it, they often put out free DLC for the game and also occasionally some paid. But Children of Morta is definitely among the top tier of roguelites available on the Nintendo Switch. Now, the next game on our list should normally go on the under $5 video, but the deal is so good and the game is so great that I've decided to include it in the regular eShop deals video, which is Limbo, that is back to its lowest price ever of 80% off, $1.99, and this deal is going to be running till October 15th. Now, Limbo is a very simple puzzle platformer, although it has an extremely creepy, minimalistic aesthetic to it. If you like a maximum creep factor with some really enticing puzzles, Limbo is an excellent pickup. The only real thing that can be said about this game is once you actually know the solution to all the puzzles, you can probably run through it in only a couple of hours, but it'll be some of the best 2 to 3 hours that you'll ever spend. Now, since we had Limbo on the list, you probably saw this one coming, but Inside is also 75% off, equivalent to its lowest price ever of $4.99, once again running till October 15th, and on top of it, this game is going to be my pick of the week. So everything I just said about Limbo is also true here about Inside. It is a puzzle platformer with an incredibly ominous and creepy aesthetic. But here, the graphics have been kicked up quite a bit. The gameplay also, the variety of puzzles you're going to come across are a lot more interesting. On top of it, you have a lot more stealth sections in this game, which is another aspect that just adds to everything that Limbo set up. Overall, if you want one of the best creepy puzzle platformers on the Nintendo Switch for only $5, Inside is probably the best pickup you can make. Now, our next great deal is going to be Moonlighter, the Complete Edition, that is at a brand new low price of only $6.95 because it is 76% off, and this deal will be running till October 28. Now, Moonlighter is yet again a dungeon crawling action RPG with roguelite elements. However, this time there is a lot bigger emphasis on crafting and basically running a shop at the same time as adventuring. Although Children of Morta is an excellent entry, my personal favorite out of the two would rather be Moonlighter. The only thing to be careful for is that you do lose the co-op play. This is a one-player game only. And lastly, do be careful to pick up the Complete Edition because there's only 70 cents separating the Basic Edition from the Complete Edition, and you'll definitely want that DLC at that price. Now, our next entry is another excellent budget pickup with Aggelos that is back to 85% off for only $2.24, and this deal will be running till October 22nd. Now, this game is actually an amazing 2D retro-styled platformer with a Metroidvania design. What I love about this game is it perfectly blends retro-styled visuals with modern-day game design. And this is one of those games that even at its full price of $15, I would say for anyone who's a fan of retro-styled platforming, it would be a definite pickup. So imagine when you're getting this game at 85% off for only $2.24, how much of a steal it is. Now, the next game on our list is one that actually came very close to being my pick of the week, and that is Iconoclasts. That is 60% off now at $7.99 and will have its deal running until October 22nd. Now, Iconoclasts is an amazing 2D action platformer on the Nintendo Switch. But what is rare for this genre of gaming is that on top of it, it really melds in some really interesting characters and a deep storyline. It also offers some pretty intricate puzzles and 3 difficulty levels, making it so that pretty much everyone can enjoy this game. If you're a fan of 2D action platformers, I would definitely say do yourself a favor and pick this game up for this week. Now next is a regular site on eShop deals with the LEGO games that are currently on sale, and there are 3 of my favorites that are on sale this week. This is one of them, with LEGO DC Supervillains being 80% off for $11.99, and all of these deals will be running till October 20th. Now the other 2 games that are currently on sale is LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 at $7.49 and LEGO Jurassic World that is $9.99. As I said, what is great about these games is that if you are fans of the material that it's based on, these are extremely comedic versions of these worlds. On top of it, if we're talking about DC supervillains and Marvel superheroes, they are original storylines. So if you're a fan of the characters and the humor from LEGO games, these are great pickups. On top of them, there are co-op modes available, and these are great ways to play along with younger players. So overall, I always find that every time these games are on sale, they are great pickups. Now next, we have another amazing entry that is at a brand new lowest price ever, with Fury Unleashed hitting 60% off for only $7.99, with a deal that will be running till October 22nd. Fury Unleashed is a roguelite 2D action run-and-gun platformer. I say it pretty much every time I talk about this game, but imagine the Contra level of difficulty, but set in a roguelite environment. On top of it, it has some amazing comic book-like aesthetics that are extremely pleasing and extremely enticing. On top of it all, it even offers co-op play. The only thing to be warned about here is that there is quite the level of difficulty to this game, so make sure you're up to the challenge before picking it up. So now it's time to take a quick break from all the deals and announce this week's winner of the $5 eShop gift card. And this week's winner will be Roland Sabo, and I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, who said, "Oh my god, all the games looked so awesome. Thanks for making these videos for us over and over again." Thank you so much for the compliments, Roland, but as I say every time, the best way to thank me is just to watch the videos. It is always fun making them. Now, all you need to do, Roland, to claim your $5 eShop gift card is reach out to me in the comments section down below of this video. Now, our next deal is a great returning game with Sakuna of Rice and Ruin that is back to 30% off for $27.99 and will be running the deal till October 21st. Now, this is a really original concept of a game that basically blends 2D action monster slaying with harvesting different types of rice. Basically, in this game, you get most of your power and stats and progression through harvesting newer and better varieties of rice, which then translates to the action sequences of slaying the monsters. One quick warning though here in the game, at first, the harvesting of the rice will seem very tedious because it is not downplayed at all in this game. However, as you get used to the loop, it becomes extremely addictive and also extremely entertaining. Now, our next game is the first of 2 games that I tried out just for this week's list, and this one really blew my socks off with Gods Will Fall, the Valiant Edition that is 60% off for $12.79 and will have the deal running till October 13th. Now, this is yet again another roguelite dungeon crawler, although a very original take on the genre. At the beginning of the game, you are given 8 random characters with random attributes. You then have to explore dungeons randomly to basically try to defeat the gods within. If a character falls, you'll then have the choice to either try to save him with another character by completing the dungeon or moving on to an easier section of the game and abandoning that character till later on. Now there's many more original game mechanics here, and one of the other ones that I'll just touch on briefly is when you actually lose a character, it's crazy because you will sometimes discover links to other members of your party that will either boost or lower their stats. Basically, if you were looking for an incredible original entry in the roguelite genre, Gods Will Fall is one of the best pickups for this week at only $12.79. Now, our next deal on the list will be Nexomon Extinction, that is now 35% off, dropping the price to $12.99, and will have the deal running till October 22nd. So right off the top, you can probably see that yes, this is a Pokemon clone. However, it is a very well done Pokemon clone, and it also has a very enticing storyline. And personally, I played through both this entry and the original entry of Nexomon, and both overall were excellent adventures, bringing back, I would say, almost the Ruby Sapphire era of Pokemon. However, with a more standard RPG end-of-the-world type adventure. So if you're looking for classic Pokemon-like gameplay, but that does its original thing in the storyline, definitely check out Nexomon, you will not be disappointed. Now, our next deal is a regular customer for eShop deals with Valfaris that is back to 55% off at $11.24 and will have the deal running till October 21st. Now, Valfaris is a very challenging 2D run-and-gun shooter, however, with an excellent heavy metal soundtrack to back it up. Visually, I do find this game is quite stunning as well on the Nintendo Switch, and I actually booted up yesterday on my OLED and it looked even better. Now, if you're in the mood for a very challenging run-and-gun shooter, Valfaris is a great pickup for this week. Just a regular warning, there is a double pack with this and Slain. If you were looking for picking up both games, you can wait till the double pack comes on sale. However, if you wanted just Valfaris, this is an excellent deal. Now, our next deal is going to be Evergate, that is back on sale to a new lowest price ever of $6.49 because it is 35% off, and with a deal that will be running till October 22nd. Now, in my opinion, Evergate is one of the best puzzle platformers currently available on the Switch, with some of the most original movement mechanics I've ever seen in the genre. And on top of it, it has truly beautiful and amazing visuals to back up all the great gameplay. If you are into the puzzle platformer genre, at this brand new low price, this game is truly a steal. Now, next on the list, we have the first 3 entries of the Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm games that are all 70% off for $5.99 and will have the deal running until October 15th. Now, these are action combat games based on the Naruto anime series, where you get to fight your way through the different storylines, starting from the earlier ones in the first entry, moving your way up through the second and third. Primarily, I would say that this is a great series for anyone who's a fan of the anime. However, every time these go on sale individually, I do remind you all that there is a triple pack that is a better deal that rotates on sale if you want to pick them all 3 up at once. However, if you already had some of them and just wanted to fill out your collection with the missing ones, or if you just wanted to pick one up to give it a try, it is still a great deal at $5.99. Now we get to the second game that I tried just for this week, and it actually just released. That is Steel Assault, that is currently 10% off, dropping the price to $13.49 with a deal running till October 12th. Now, yet another game that blew my socks off this week. However, this time it is a retro-style action platformer with arcade-like designs. And it's basically melding a lot of styles. I would say at points it almost feels like a Contra run-and-gun shooters, at other times a Mega Man boss fight mechanics, and even a really original zipline mechanic that I haven't seen anywhere else. As in most games with an arcade-like design, it is fairly short yet very challenging, meaning you'll have to try levels multiple times, memorizing the placement of enemies before you can actually run through it in one fell swoop. Now, our next game is also at its lowest price ever with Doomsday Vault that is currently 33% off for $13.39, and this deal is also running till October 12th. Now, Doomsday Vault is actually a game that I fully reviewed on the channel, and you can always check out that review later on if you want more information. Basically, this game is a very laid-back puzzle platformer that has a post-apocalyptic setting where you are trying to save the last remnants of plant seeds on Earth. So you're basically running through different biomes, solving different puzzles, hoping to basically find the last seeds and bring them back to the Doomsday Vault, where basically you will regrow plant life. Basically, it has very interesting visuals and designs. Only thing I said in the review is I would have wished eventually to have a higher difficulty level come from this game. Reason why I said it's a laid-back puzzler. Now, we're almost at the end of today's list, but our next entry is going to be an amazing budget entry for this week with Savage Halloween that is currently 59% off, knocking the price to only $2.04 with a deal running till October 22nd. Number 1, with Halloween fast approaching, this one has an amazing Halloween aesthetic. And when I actually purchased this game, I wasn't expecting much, it being a regular priced game of only $4.99. However, I was actually surprised by the run-and-gun shooter I got, with very interesting level designs and really interesting gameplay mechanics, and overall, just solid design. It even reminded me slightly of an early Metal Slug entry, however with a much higher focus on the platforming and less on the shooting. But overall, for a budget entry, this is a truly great one. Now, our last entry for this week will be the Friends of Ringo Ishikawa that is currently 40% off for only $8.99 and will have the deal running till October 14th. Basically, if you ever wanted to run a Yakuza-style high school gang, well, you've got a open world simulator in the Friends of Ringo Ishikawa, where basically the gameplay is an awesome mix of retro-style beat-em-up action with RPG elements. Overall, if you want a truly open world experience with some beautiful pixel art graphics, the Friends of Ringo Ishikawa is an excellent pickup this week at 40% off for only $8.99. So here we are at the end of another eShop deals. And yet again, although this week the list was shorter than usual, I do think that we have amazing quality games yet again. There's also one game that I want to shout out that I have not tried yet, but by the reviews I have seen is excellent, and that is Tetris Effect Connected. And my friend Alex over at Switch Corner did an excellent review yesterday that I definitely think you should check out. And based on his recommendations, this is a 10 out of 10 game. Now, as usual, just before I go, I really want to thank the channel supporters. They help the channel out in a huge way. And if you ever want more information about membership, it is down below in the description of the video. And lastly, on the way out, don't forget that if you did like the video, to please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already and hit the notification bell so you know when all my future content comes out. And as usual, I hope I'll see you in my next video.